Hello everybody, welcome to Matthew Horncastle's travel blog, episode 3, and the location we're talking about today is Tulum / Playa de Carmen, which is in Mexico. And I have Rose here with me because we've just come from Mexico. So, and if you're wondering what these weird chairs and this weird color scheme is about, we're not in some grandma's house. This is just what a hotel in Cuba looks like. But we can talk about that on the next episode. So, let's start with the location. For all of you people that don't know where it is, you fly into Cancun and you drive about an hour south and you're on the Caribbean Sea. So beautiful beaches, beautiful spot. It's very touristy, so there's heaps of hotels and activities and beaches, and it's set up for you to have a great time.
And it's fairly safe as far as Mexico
goes
for that reason.
Yeah, heaps of police everywhere. Some of the army police. Did you ever once feel unsafe? No, super cool. So, accommodation. Now, I've been there twice now. In the 2 times I've been there, last time I actually stayed at a naked resort on accident. That's a whole nother story. But amazing accommodation, and this time I stayed in an all-inclusive resort. So we stayed right in the peak of New Year's Eve, so I think pretty much everything doubled or tripled in price. So we were paying about 600 New Zealand dollars a night to be in this all-inclusive resort, and I probably wouldn't do that again. We don't consume very much. Like, we just have a small breakfast. We don't drink that much. Like, there's no reason for us to be in an all-inclusive. If I was there with like 3 of my drinking buddies, maybe we would have got tremendous value, but for us, it wasn't the right thing. Also, I'm not a big resort person because I'm not a fan of like the fake raked beaches and...
Yeah, and spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on flights just to sit in front of a pool when you can do that in your own country anyway.
Yeah,
we actually like to get out and do stuff and experience the country.
Yeah, so if I booked accommodation again, I would have booked probably in Playa de Carmen or Tulum in the city. But we'll talk about that more when we talk about each city. And we use booking.com to find the accommodation. It's a pretty easy way to see everything and all your different options. So now so I'm pretty sure you could find a cool room in a nice hotel in Tulum or Playa de Carmen for like $35 a night. There was no need for us to stay in an all-inclusive. Yeah. So towns. So the 2 towns we visited was Tulum. So that's about an hour south of Cancun. It's beautiful, it's cool, it's safe, it's got a nice vibe, it's got cute shopping.
Nice restaurants,
but it is small. Where Playa de Carmen's about half an hour from Cancun. It's a lot bigger, obviously a bigger vibe, more people. We probably like that more.
Yeah, and you were still right by the ocean, so it had, that quality about it too.
Yeah, so it was, I would probably stay in Playa de Carmen. But both of them are super cool. If you want a more quiet holiday, Tulum's really nice. If you like the hustle and bustle, Playa de Carmen's an option. Activities. So there's a couple of key ones, and then we can sort of go off on tangents from there. Starting with the temples. There's beautiful, I want to say Mayan.
Yes,
yeah,
Mayan.
Beautiful Mayan ruins, like amazing stuff. So there's a couple of main ones. There's a really beautiful seaside one right by Tulum, which is called, I can't remember. Amazingly beautiful. If you're going there for Instagram photos, you'll love it.
I think it's Temple of the Frescoes.
Okay, yeah. And then what was the one we went to?
We went to Cobra Ruins, so that was about an hour drive from our hotel.
Yeah, about an hour from Tulum. That was beautiful. Apparently, in the middle of the Cobra Ruins, there's this massive, big watchtower temple.
A temple.
Yeah, and you walk right up to the top of it, and you can see right out over the rainforest, and it's really beautiful. Apparently, this is the last year you can walk up it. I probably wouldn't have gone there if you couldn't walk up that was definitely the highlight for me, walking up that big.
The highlight for me was probably actually the guided tour. So normally we'd just walk around and stare at a few things and take photos, but for me, I don't really get much out of that. It's just, you're staring at a pile of rocks. Whereas if you've got a tour guide, you actually get to learn about the history and the culture, and there's just more depth and substance to the activity you're doing. So I highly recommend doing that.
No, I agree. Definitely get a tour. And then there's the big set of ruins, which is called
Chichen Itza.
Yeah, so that one, that's very cool. But my gut feeling, this isn't validated by experience, but I think it's right. All the small sets of ruins would be beautiful and not have many tourists there. So like there's like 100 cities, or I don't know, lots. There's lots of little Mayan ruins you can go to. We listed the 3 main ones, but you could go to one of the smaller ones, and I bet you there'd be a smaller crowd. And it would be a really nice experience.
Yeah, it was a long line to get our tickets.
Yeah, it's a bit full on, like beautiful, but there's a lot of people. But I'd definitely do it. Definitely visit 1 or 2 of the Mayan ruins. Definitely get a tour guide. The cenotes are awesome. So what a cenote is, in this region, there's massive underground rivers, and they pop up in these cenotes, which is kind of like a swimming hole, but some of them are caves.
Yeah, I believe cenote is the Spanish word for sea hole. I think that's the translation to English.
But it's fresh water. It's not till it gets right down by the coast, where you have the salt water and the fish coming in. But they're awesome. Really cool for swimming, just to have a look. Like, there are these beautiful limestone caves, there's underground rivers you can walk through.
There's bats, there's little turtles.
Yeah, it's super cool. And as you get close to the ocean, you then have the marine life swimming up there. It's super cool. So with the cenotes, I think that there's a couple of really main ones. I think Grand Cenote might be the most visited one, stuff like that. There's no need to go to the main one, because you'll just have hundreds and hundreds of people there all trying to swim in it. If you just like Google by your hotel room, there'll be something with like 4.5 stars on Google, and it will only be like 10 minutes from where you're staying. Go there. They're just as the small ones, they're just as beautiful. Yeah. And now also for all the divers out there, I think you need your advanced diving certificate, but you can actually cave dive through the cenotes. Amazing. I did it last time I was here. It was just absolutely beautiful. We went through a cenote and we came up in all these different pockets. One had bats, one had all the vines growing down into it. We swam until we hit the salt water. So then you see the marine life. It was just beautiful. So to advanced divers, I would almost get my advanced ticket just to do that. It's an amazing experience. These cenotes are actually where they found all of the I want to say Jurassic, but it's not the right area. It's where they found all of like the saber-toothed tigers, not mammoths, but like the big bears and stuff like that. Yeah, it was so very, very cool. And it's kind of funny because like normally when you go diving, you're in a boat going into the ocean, where you're walking through the rainforest holding your tank, and you arrive at this big, beautiful blue pond, and you jump in and swim off, and it's amazing. So definitely do that. Snorkeling here is beautiful. There's turtles and all sharks and everything you can expect from the Mediterranean, or the Caribbean Ocean. Cool. Other activities. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Oh no, I think we've topped it all.
You'll have no shortage of things to do. Like, it's set up for you to have fun here, which is super cool. So, last tips. It's a very spread out place, right? Your temples are quite a way away. If you want to visit Tulum and Playa Carmen and things like that, it's quite a way. Get a rental car. Yeah, and book it before you arrive. Because we arrived, it might have just been because it was New Year's, but there was nothing, and it was a real nightmare.
And book it before you get there, so you can take it from the airport to your hotel, because there's a taxi company there waiting for you, and like they just vultures. Rip you off.
Yeah, you pretty much, to get a taxi from the airport to your hotel is double what it should be, maybe triple. So maybe if you want to get a cab like in the city where you are, maybe book a transfer. Most hotels do it. Book a transfer from the airport to your hotel, and hopefully you won't get shafted. What else? Yeah, because we booked our rental car through the hotel, and it came with a whole lot of silly rules about like when we had to have it back and if we can and can't have it. I'd just book it through a car company. There's no need to rely on the hotel and have them tell you what you can and can't do on your holiday. You can't drink the water, so you feel like you're destroying the planet because you go through like heaps of these every day. But it just is the way it is. Hopefully they sort that. What other tips and tricks do we have? We just, main thing is people think of Mexico as unsafe. We felt super safe the whole time. We had heaps of fun. I could easily go there for a week. There's great food, great company, great vibe. I'll definitely put it on your list of places to go. To the busy people, Playa de Carmen. To the more relaxy people, Tulum. And if you want a resort, that's cool. That's your thing. But Mexico, put it on the list. Have fun. Be awesome. Travel heaps. And we hope that this little video made your next holiday amazing. You want to say anything?
Thanks for watching, guys.